Hello everyone, I am Vincent Benedicto and welcome to iCONNEQT here at the Boulder channel. Hi guys, meet your new connection, your weekly essential lifestyle guide to making the most out of living in the metro. So we're live on Kumu at TBC, on Facebook at TBC Plus, and at Connect PH, and of course, on YouTube at the Boulder channel. So for today's episode of iCONNEQT, I am very lucky to have not one, not two, but three independent women to talk about the beauty of living alone in the metro. So guys, please stay connected. So I just mentioned that we have three guests. I'd like to really introduce them, but to do this short and simple. So please welcome our lovely guests. The first guest is a nutritionist, model, and fitness trainer. So everyone, please welcome Senya Gavrilenko.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi Senya.
Hi.
Yeah, nice to see you here. Our second
it's a
guest is a
pleasure.
model. Oh yeah. So here we go for our second guest, a model and actress. We have Miranda Castelli.
Hi, everyone.
Hi Miranda.
Hello.
And we've gone full international, all the way from Moscow, an international fashion model. Let's all please welcome Elnara Mamedova.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Hi El.
Hi, it's nice
Hello.
to see you.
So we now finally have our three guests. We have so many questions in store for them. It's going to be a fun, insightful conversation. They're going to share their experiences to us. I'm sure you guys are also excited. Senya, Elnara, and Miranda. Generally, how are you guys? How are you feeling now? What's up with you? What's keeping you busy?
Well, it's all good. It's all right. It's very different right now. I'm far away from you guys, but I wish I can join you in the nearest future. But yeah, just focus on work right now and waiting for the next trip to come.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Senya.
Elnora, I just realized you are not in the Philippines, or are you in here?
I'm not. I'm here in Moscow right now.
But you're trying to get away to come in here again.
Yeah,
You've been here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I just realized it.
Yeah, actually, El wants to go back to the Philippines. So we had a guest from 2 weeks back. His name is Nico. I've been friends with him. I'm going to ask him for you. And I'm going to give you so that you can go back here.
I need to know this.
Yeah, he came from Canada though. So maybe the process might be a bit different. But yeah. I'm
I think the
looking
most
forward to know
important is just to,
how he went through it.
To stay positive while you ask how. I think it's just important for everyone just to stay positive and keep your health high, and just do some activities because this is important. It's like,
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, without it.
So, how do you keep yourself positive if you don't get to surf nowadays? I see your surfboards in the back.
It's like, I think I'm a bit better because I have a partner, and actually the other thing that keeps me stay positive, it's my family and my mom and my sister here in the Philippines. So they the reason why I moved here at first place. Actually, me and my mom, we came to visit my sister, and she's a model as well, Ina. She lives here for 7 years. So we came to visit in 2016. And after 2 months, our mom stayed. She said, I'm not going to go back to Ukraine. And I had to. And after 6 months being there alone, I decided no, I just want to be back and just be with them. So I bought a ticket and I flew back. And since then, I started to work in modeling industry. I didn't speak English at all, so everything seems so, the first experience, like so many things I had to learn. So it gave me
Yeah,
it
Wow,
changed
you're
my
very
life.
lucky to
Yeah,
have your family there.
yeah.
true.
There's really
That
so much
that's
to talk
that's the
about later.
thing. Yeah, I have that
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the
supporting.
language. We're gonna talk about the food and
Yeah,
all of these things. And happy to know that you love living here in the Philippines. For Miranda, though, we really don't know. When did you arrive here? How are you so far? How are the
Wow,
projects?
I arrived here 2 years ago, actually. I almost three. Yeah, I'm here like for almost 3 years. Right now, I'm okay. I'm still surviving, actually. I think things going like getting slowly, but everything's okay now.
Yeah, let's really hope for the best for the industry. Hopefully,
Yeah,
they get to have more projects for all of us.
yeah,
A lot of
exactly.
auditions, though. Yeah, but with all of these auditions come with more talents vying for the roles.
Yeah,
I think this is really the best time for us to learn how to act better, maybe learn the dialect, all of these
yeah.
things.
Just practice it at
So,
home, right?
now that we're getting more curious about what you guys are doing here, how you ended up, being models here in the Philippines. Before all of these things, like what's your idea of the Philippines back when you're still in your home country? And this is still applicable to you because you've been here anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Who wants to go first?
All right. So, well, before I came to the Philippines, I was actually in China. I left my home country way, way, way before. And before coming here, honestly, a lot of people were scaring me. A lot of people were saying that, you should be careful, think twice, and all of that. And I just never understood why. What's the reason people were saying that? It might be even a little bit dangerous. But to be honest with you, I still kept thinking positive about it, and I had like a very good feeling coming here, maybe because I was sure that I'll be okay because my friends were already here. The agency that invited me, they were very caring and protective around me, so I wasn't really scared. And the first time I came here, all of the doubts, everything from the very first hour, they just disappeared. I was like, whoa, this is absolutely not what people were telling me.
Yeah, Filipinos are caring. I think generally we're all hospitable. And
Yes,
we take
that's
the extra effort to help people, especially foreigners in general. So I'm happy to hear that coming from you, El. And
yeah.
hopefully you get to go back sooner.
Oh my God, yes, I
And who
want to
knows, we might
experience
work
this
together,
again. I
right?
just want to land and then feel like, okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah. Miranda's from Brazil. She's been here for 2 years. What's your impression of the Philippines before you actually arrived here?
Well, I think first time when I heard about Philippines, I was in Egypt. So Egypt was my first trip. I told my mother that just I mean, I should go there because I did look like everything. And you should try it. I'm very love profile. So it was first time, but I was really excited, super excited to come here, and it will be amazing. That's why I'm here. So sorry, super welcome. The people is kind. I think there's so many here. It's similar, so I feel like I'm home. But yeah, everything she said about Philippines is I like
See,
here.
you look like Filipina. So you're blood.
Yeah.
You could pasok pa sa Filipina.
Yes, it
islands, water, like culture. It was beautiful. It's so nice in here. And he put music, and if you would dance like that in my country, everybody would think that you're a bit crazy.
100%.
So here I had
I
to
like-
do that. So it was
You know,
how people open here.
everything you later, you got unfortunately. Just, but it's a good thing because you're so passionate. I always just look at my phone because the signal to go or start comes from here.
If the message will be on time.
Yeah, they just message me in Messenger.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're back here in iConnect. We have our guests. We have Elle, Miranda, and Senya. As I was saying a while ago, we're actually already having this conversation about their first impression of the Philippines. So we would want to start it off once again with Senya. Senya, what's your first impression of the country?
Yeah, I'll start with the very funny one when we just came in here, so we couldn't like communicate with people. We were shy. We could speak kind of English with my mom, but we were shy. But we were astounded how people act in here, how they open, how they smile and dance, And we were like surprised by that because in our culture, it's not something that you could do openly. Just be yourself, express yourself. So and every time when we caught like this looks on us, we were like, "What's wrong with us? Are we like looking weird or something?" And then we just got used to it, and that was the normality. That's just how it is in here.
Yeah, I can
And
easily
actually,
adapt to that.
I kind of miss that because you can't see people's faces and smiles anymore. As you just like packed, and
True.
that's a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These questions I've been asking, they're just like icebreakers because the succeeding ones will dive deeper into your experiences here. Speaking of which, yeah, I just want to really know what's the craziest experience you've had in your first 2 weeks of staying here in Manila.
Crazy.
Okay, I see some eyes rolling.
I
Go
can
for it,
start if
guys.
you want. Not the
Memory right
craziest,
here.
but
No one wants to
confusing.
start.
What was confusing? I can start if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. That's
Confusing
craziest
was to me, to take like a taxi or Grab or to get to some destination. It was always, because the streets, they are not like straight or crossed, or they're just like so
They're just all over.
tangled. Yeah, and that was really frustrated. But then you just learn it and you'll be okay. And that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing
Okay.
that I can remember
Yeah,
back
is-
then. And then you just
And I'm sure the taxi drivers won't trip you off. Generally, Filipinos are nice and hospitable. It's just that
that's what
it's a
you
big
learn.
maze.
There's I think in every country it's like that, but yeah.
Well, I have a real crazy one. I
Majority.
feel like, in my first 2 weeks, so I arrived during the Christmas season here, and there's actually a lot of things. First of all, it was very new to me to celebrate Christmas during summer. And being outside wearing a crop top and a short skirt, because my expectation of Christmas and New Year's is when you're cold, when there's snow, when you have to wear a lot of jackets and drink hot chocolate and stuff like it. Here, it was completely different. But I mean, that's just also one of the first impressions. But the crazy thing that happened in the first 2 weeks, I have never in my life experienced a typhoon. And In 1 week since after I arrived, there was a crazy, massive typhoon, and I was supposed to fly to the island with my friends, and we landed, and our flight was the last one before everything else got suspended, and we couldn't. So we just got stuck in Caticlan. Is that right? How I pronounce it?
Yeah, Katikluan near
We
Boracay.
got stuck there,
Yeah,
like
that's a stopover.
hundreds of tourists got stuck there as well, and I was like, all right, I'll be fine. Typhoon, like it's fine. I've seen typhoons in China. Like, what is gonna be like a strong wind and rain? That's fine. And then it started, and I was like, okay, I'm not sure I'm ready for this, because for my experience, it was really crazy. I've never seen anything like that. Like, the roofs were flying, chickens were just casually walking on the street, and like what I loved the most is local people reacting to all of this. They could see that I was kind of freaking out. I was like picking out the window, looking all scared, and they were just like, hey! And like the roof is just flying by them, and they're like, that's fine. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. And that was really the first week of me being in the Philippines. And after that, the connection, like there was absolutely no signal for like 5 days maybe. I tried to contact my family. I tried to contact my agency to just let them know that I'm alive, because literally the last story that I posted on my Instagram was, okay, the typhoon's starting, and then boom, I disappeared for 5 days. And then my family, my friends, like everyone's freaking out in Russia, in China. And I could say that's a pretty crazy experience for the first week.
Yeah, that's really your badge of honor.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I'm still like, I take this as a good experience somehow still, because at the end of the day, I look back at it laughing, and like, everyone's fine, everyone's safe, I survived, there was nothing too crazy in reality, but just the fact that I've never experienced it before, it was like, you know.
Yeah, the irony though, because you were expecting to go to this beach, sunny and all,
you know
white
what? I
sand,
was still very
beach,
positive
clear
about
water.
it. As soon as I got to the beach, I was like, okay, this is perfect. Everything looked just perfect. And I was like, I don't care what just happened. I'm going to enjoy it. Because the vacation was amazing, regardless of what happened in the beginning. So this is what I like. And the people, the way they were taking it, the way they were supporting, the way they were just like, that's fine. Like, come on. Like, not a big deal.
Yeah, it goes to show that Filipinos are really, really resilient.
And very supportive. The people that we stayed at the place, a local place. We just rented a room in a local house, and people were very supportive, extremely supportive. They were like, don't go outside, it might be dangerous, but let me go get you some food. I was like, how are you gonna do this? Like, please, like, don't, be careful, like, it's all right. No, you stay, I'll go. I'll say, all right, but like, can you like take some money for? They didn't even want to take my money. They were just like, here's the food. I was like, guys, like, you don't have to do it, really. But they were very supportive. They knew that I was freaking out. They were coming to me every, like, I don't know, hour, and just having a chat with me while the world was ending. So they were very supportive. Yeah. And then I really appreciate it. And it was really beautiful to see how people are nice and outgoing.
Yeah, Senya went the true ways. It went through that typhoon. I want to hear it from Miranda.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's the craziest experience, at least for the first 2 weeks here in the Philippines?
Oh yeah. Well, I will be honest. I didn't have like a problem with the culture, or I think the problem I had here was with the agents here. Because when you start traveling like that, the only people take care of you is the agents, like no one else. And I came from India, so I swear I was sick, and they didn't give me any assistance. I didn't have anyone here to help me. I didn't have money enough, to take care of myself, and the agents didn't want to help me. So I just stayed for a month here. I was so frustrated, super. No one's to help me. I didn't have even like money to buy food sometimes, because the agents really didn't want to help me. So I just called some people and sculptor just to, like, please, I want to leave a Philippine. But it didn't mean that I have a problem with the Philippine. Like, I don't want to go back there anymore. No, it was just a personal problem. But with the Philippines, everything was okay. The culture, the food, I don't see anything like not normal. Because it's like I said, it's super similar to Brazil. So I feel like I'm home. I feel like it's Brazil. Nothing make me feel like, oh my God, I'm in shock. No. Yeah, just that.
So you guys have gone through, you know what, when you say models, it's all glamour, it's all prestige. But people don't actually realize that you also go through the same hardships, challenges in life. And that makes you stronger, right? Makes you emotionally,
Super.
psychologically stronger, more
That's
resilient.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which brings me to what I know more about you, what I would like to know more about you guys, which is what have you learned through your experience here in the Philippines and what have you discovered about yourself? Aside from the usual resiliency, aside from the usual getting stronger emotionally,
You
is
know
there
what?
something that
Can
you
I?
really learned?
Who wants to start? Because I have straight like
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go
answer
ahead. Go
to
ahead.
that.
Then just laid it all down.
Because no, because Philippines, they have changed my life completely. Because it's been when I came here, I was so ruthless, so I wasn't scared of anything to start to try. I just had this belief that I could just do it, and probably
Yeah.
I had that belief because my mom and my sister they were there for me to support me, like mentally, and then like community of those girls in modeling industry. There's like they kind of take care of each other, helping, giving some tips, stuff like that, and. 1 year passed, second, third, and then I just became like more aware of like self health. Like it's kind of shifted. So I met my partner, and we started to do this all together, all this experience, and it's kind of opened another chapter in my life, like spiritual one, because people here they are spiritual, like in Christianity they're more like that, right? Like churches, they go to church every Sunday, and there's such a strong part of their lives and families. But to me, it was something different. I mean, I do believe in all of that, but that belief just helps you stay on the right path. As you said, like the positivity, it feeds you, it gives you that, like no matter what happens, no matter how hard it is, like now this pandemic and most people stuck at home, we're still like alive and we have food, we have roof, we have our loved ones, we have families that support us, love us. So of course there's people that really like they have hard time, but they also have community to help each other. So, and I'm still ongoing this kind of journey here in the Philippines, and since I'm staying here and all this happening, so that must be all for a reason. So I think that's
Yeah,
how
you know what,
it is.
Senya, you could be a
just trust.
spiritual preacher. I was just saying you could be a
No, I do
spiritual
have
teacher.
it. I
Because
mean,
you have this knack or natural talent to encourage people around you to be very, very optimistic, just like you. But at least you have your
I
support
do,
system.
yes.
You have your mom, you have your sister. But what about Miranda, who's all by herself here in the Philippines? What about Elnara, who's
That's interesting.
homesick right now because she considers Philippines as one of her homes?
That is true. That is true. I can actually agree with everything that Ksenia just said, and I really I felt it. And at some point, I always considered myself to be a happy person and an optimistic person, but at the same time, I sometimes would have those moments when I feel down, like everyone else, obviously. And that happened a lot to me during this time that I was in the Philippines during the pandemic. And obviously, I mean, everyone was going through hard times, but this experience and seeing people again kind of taught me to be grateful for what I already have, be grateful for the roof, for the food, for the people that I have, and just, stay more positive, because honestly, this entire energy flowing around people, local people, it just kind of also gave me the strength. And I'm gonna be like very cliche right now and say that I became stronger, and you asked me to give some other perspective, but this is just what it is, and this is how I see the Philippines. It just kind of gave me strength and gave me the positivity that sometimes I was lacking in my life, and to just see things differently a little bit.
I can feel it. It's coming from your heart, Elnara. The way you say it, it comes with so much passion and sincerity.
It is. It
I
is.
think we can
You're already
agree on one,
teary-eyed.
Delnara, that here in
What?
the Philippines people live like just today, right?
That is
You have that
absolutely
feeling.
true.
Like they didn't think about the future, what happened in the past, they just live now.
We
That's
are
what
just
we
Yeah,
happy
kind of
in the
learn
moment, and this is
from
I
what
them.
see
we
that
are
too.
lacking, I feel like.
See?
And plus, I
Yeah.
mean, Xenia and I, we're from a very, I would say, similar, mentalities, right? From the countries that kind of have the same type of, thinking. And our countries, people are not like this here. It's very different, and it's very different to see that you can be happy and you can just walk on the street and smile and everything is fine because you are literally like you're not starving. At least you know what I mean. Like you just
Just
learn to
alive.
appreciate little things. You just learn to appreciate the moment. That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's coming from
Miranda?
Russia with love. What about from Brazil? Miranda, go represent it.
You know what I learned? Before I live very well, we think like, okay, I can do it. I'm brave. Not right. It's like I'm super. Like my mother says, super girl. You can go like the places you speak your idiom and stuff like that. And mom, I can do it. I can handle it. But when you arrive at places, oh my, it's super different. But it doesn't mean you can handle it. I know many models and people, right? They cannot like so long from friends, you know. But I started so much responsibility. I started too early. Responsibility, break with no sense, resisting with that. So yeah, I feel like I'm super strong. I don't give up. I just try, right? I try again. And it's really show maybe that's not for you and stuff. I feel like that, and I learn every day more and more that I can really, do what I want alone. I know I can feel my family too, even if it's far. I know they with me, and I know what happens. I don't feel them, help me. So yeah, I feel like that.
But experience is really the best teacher. I'm sure you guys have done your research before you went to the Philippines. How we're like, what's in this land, what's happening. So you won't have to
Yeah,
experience it until you actually go here. And here you see people are resilient, capable, and you're very happy
yeah,
guys that you guys feel the
yeah.
same way. It's like we're like in a reflective state right now. But we have to take a break. So we'll be coming back
Sure.
in a bit. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the other side of things, from being reflective to the fun part, to the
Yeah.
happy part, stuff that you'd really, really laugh about. So, guys, please stay with us because iConnect will be right back.
Oh, yes, it can be amazing. At the same time, confusing. When mom says this and dad says that. She says, time for eating. He says, let's go playing. She asks, 2 times 3. He asks, swim with me. What am I supposed to do? But oh, if my parents were the same, then life would be so boring. I'm glad mom and dad like different things, 'cause I get to be amazing. So when she wants me to read, we go reading. And when he wants us to play, we go playing. I'm glad mom and dad like different things, 'cause together learning is amazing.
Yes. So,
I
for
really,
instance, like
really hope that we can-
Miranda, she takes a lot of jobs in TVs because she really that type, like her look and everything. That's,
I hope to get to work with you guys. And we're gonna go back now to the show.
yeah.
So welcome back to iCONNEQT. Going back to our lovely ladies here, being all independent, modern, and fearless, we've seen and heard their experiences. I just want to really ask you guys, what's like the greatest hurdle that you have overcome? And what's your breakout role or your breakthrough moment? You have these successful people having their breakout role or this pivotal moment in their lives. For you guys, what was the hurdle and what was that moment that propelled you to greater heights?
I kind of
Question,
already
huh?
said about my experience because that what you're asking, it doesn't happen overnight. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's not
Unless
a
it's
snap
some
of a finger. It
sort
happens.
of like heavy situation. But in my, like, if we're talking about the Philippines, as I said, I grew up here spiritually. That's what the Philippines taught me. They taught me patience, because people here, as we mentioned, there's good sides when they live in, like, they live now, they don't think about the future, but at the same time they how to say, they teach you this patience, just be with the flow, because in Europe it's like this, you have to be like everything on schedule, you can't miss this, and here it's kind of you have to go with the flow, and sometimes it's like, oh come on, it's gonna take forever, and then you understand that you have to adjust, that's all. Nobody forces you to be here, you either choose to be here and you adjust, or you can leave, and that changes you as a person as well. That teaches you some good sides of it. So for me, it just happened like over time. So and
Xenia,
it's still happening.
For Xenia, it's a spiritual journey. It's a long process. But I'm sure for Miranda, who has done mommy roles in TV commercials, there must be a specific role that was your like breakthrough moment. Do you have that specific commercial or project that made you realize, okay, I want to be in the Philippines and continue doing more of these?
You know, when I start to get a big brands here, that's the time I realized that, like, yeah, I can really work here. Like the last one was for Nescafe and Roastons. I'm still waiting for
Oh,
great there. Oh, I'm so excited.
okay, so you're saying it in advance. Okay, I'll wait for it.
I'm so excited to see it. I don't know. It's so long time and getting so many big brands here. It make us excited, right? Like, wow, I'm making money, right? And it's like she said, I super agree what she said. You just adapt how they live here. I super love to how they live here. They just take it easy with everything, like it make you calm. You can make you think better too before make decisions. I don't know. And I feel that my heart is a Filipino too.
Yeah, I can sense that also. Is there like a
Yeah.
specific project, TV commercial, whether it's a billboard, that made you realize, okay, I want to do this in the long run here in the Philippines?
I think when I get into TV5 when they invited me to be there, I was
Yeah, that's a
like,
big thing. Yeah,
wow.
because it's leveling
Yeah,
up. That's leveling
I
up. You're now
yeah,
part
I
of a
took
network
one
with a
day.
contract. Mm.
I took one day to
Definitely.
realize, like, my God, I'm in the Philippines and I'm on TV, and I don't know, I can't explain. It was, yeah, it's here. I should stay here. I should live here, like, for good. Start to plan to live for good here. I think that's the time when
And that
yeah,
project is not a one-time, big-time thing. It's
yeah,
continuous because it's with the network. I know the
yeah,
feeling of getting a commercial. I jump joy. But doing that, getting a role in a network, you're gonna do jumping jacks out of joy.
super right. Yeah, that was the time.
Elnar is now in Moscow and she wants to go back here. She's raring to go back. For you to have that mindset of raring to go back here, you must have had a specific role, a breakthrough moment in the Philippines that's making you
Well,
think about going back. What is that?
let me just be extra honest with you. The thing is that when I just got here, I only had like a month to enjoy, and then the pandemic started, and I honestly didn't get the chance to actually have a real beautiful breakthrough moment. So maybe that is the reason why I really want to go back, and that's I wanted to
Oh,
fulfill my
really?
destiny. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's so much opportunity there for me specifically. I feel like I can do things, and I feel like this is the place where I can succeed and try at least. So that's why I'm very excited to give it another try and just come back and, start over, let's say, because the pandemic honestly ruined it for me.
Yeah, it ruined a lot of things for all of us anyway. But I'll get to a question later. I'll be asking you about other things that you're going through or skills or talents that you were able to come up or develop because of this one. But that's reserved for later. So I just
Right.
want to give you that heads up. Well, actually, now's the time for me to ask. Just 10 seconds. We're on a lighter note before we cue for a break. We talked about your discoveries, your creative moments. This time, as I've just mentioned, I want to know if you have hidden creative artistic skills or talents that, yeah, you've expected during this pandemic. Because we do TVCs more often. We can travel opportunities for brand activations for that matter. So, is
I
it
think
baking, yeah, riding a bicycle?
I think when I think when in each of it, discovering something that you have so much time, so much
Yeah,
focus and this attention that you have to put into something. So for me personally, as you said, I love cooking and mostly like healthy stuff, vegan. So I do that a lot. And it helps me to just because when you do something like that, you're just in that mode without thinking or overthinking about any problems. You're just in the process. So, and I've started to paint some little things for myself because anyone could paint, anyone could sing. You don't have to be a professional at it. You just have to do it because you want to express yourself. Also, we do surfing, or I have drums, we have guitar at home, and at last you can go for a run and do your sports. You just find a way because now not everything is available at the moment. If you truly really want, I see people running on the parking slots. I see like even kids running, doing exercises. So you're discovering new parts of yourself, and it comes. As for me, again, it's like different things. It's not something certain, but I'm just really into like healthy lifestyle and health overall, not in like short term, but in a long term, like a lifestyle. So that's me.
yeah, it's really more. It has gone beyond surfing, and you don't really have to be a professional chef or a professional cook. Because sometimes
It just
as an amateur, that's really where it comes naturally, right? And that's where the passion
whatever you
comes
love.
from.
Yeah.
we're about to start there. And whatever you love, right? For Elnara, for El, or for Miranda, any other
Um,
talents that you've come up with aside from
well,
acting, modeling?
well, it's, I'm not sure if I can already call it a talent, but definitely an interest or a hobby. And let's see if it can grow into a talent. I spend a lot of time doing makeup. And this is something I'm very passionate about. Not a lot of people know that. I think only my close friends and like family, they know that I'm very into it, very much into it actually. And during the pandemic, when I was stuck in my home, like all along, that's literally all I did. I was waking up in the morning, putting on makeup, taking some pictures. I was doing some, I was experimenting basically. And at the end of the GCQ or what, not GCQ, I forgot how we call it, but the
There's
craziest
so many
one.
things here nowadays.
Yeah, where you couldn't go outside. What's the ECQ? But
ECQ.
never mind.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I can't follow anymore too.
I ran out of all my makeup. I had nothing else because I was really like doing it every single day for no reason. Just, getting pretty at home, taking pictures, taking it all off and just going to sleep. And maybe also learning Portuguese, by the way, amiga, here. is, yeah, I was really into it. Yeah.
You know what? I have some friends who are talents and they're also makeup artists and vice versa. Because they complement one another. So it's something that you can really strive for.
Absolutely. And I'm still into it and I'm still continuing and hoping one day it can become something bigger.
Yeah, for all we know, you can do your own makeup as a talent in the set.
Yeah.
You can do it better than that.
Some jobs require that, Vincent. They ask your own makeup.
And I love it, honestly. So, I love it. I'm always happy when you do your own makeup.
I see.
And when you audition, you do your own makeup, right? So that's your advantage.
Yeah.
You have that advantage over Miranda. Because what's your talent, Miranda? What's your newfound talent?
You know what? Oh my God.
She's better at acting. That's true.
I'm starting to learn how to, photographies. My friend gave me like a camera. I was like, Miranda, go do it. I think you can work with behind the scenes, So I'm trying still. My friends say I'm good on this and I have good eyes. So like, yeah, I just have to practice more. And sometimes I just call my friends, my model friends, and we do some photo shoot at home. And I think I'm doing well. I ask for help too for my photographers friends. And I'm really enjoying that, Like sometimes I can do my own shoot at home. Sometimes I can help my friend model because every time we need like, the portfolio. And they already asked me, and I got my first job already like as a photographer. Like, it was, wow. So I'm doing good. I will continue.
Nice. Nice. Maybe we can work together one day. You as a photographer, me as a...
Yeah, you can team up.
And we'll take Cindy as a model.
I have a French stylist too. I see we have a complete team. Let's go, amiga.
That's a team. Here, right here.
That's team.
Yeah, because when you can do your own photographs or take videos of yourself, you know what the videographer or the photographer would be asking from you eventually in an actual shoot. So you see where they're coming from. And that's really big advantage because you now know what the expressions are, what they're looking for, how expressive the eyes should be.
But before in Brazil, before I started traveling, I was working in advertising marketing, stuff like that. And I was the director. I was the one because I did magazines in Brazil. So I was all the time with the models, photographer, Miranda, So I think this also helped me, to learn about photography. So yeah, I just realized when I started with my phone, and it was really good. Like, should I buy a camera? Yeah. And it's really worked. So, okay, I like that.
It's photography for Miranda. It's makeups for Elle.
Elle, let's go.
Kenya, I know you're very religious. You're very spiritual. But it has to be a specific talent. I'm looking for that specific talent that you're able to develop.
I got one more, but it's like very small.
Go ahead.
I learned how
Yeah.
to open a bottle of beer
Oh yeah, you have to have like strong hands.
without an opener. It's like I didn't have that one, and like I'm sorry, I wasn't drinking a lot, but there were moments when I just wanted, to have a sip or something, and I didn't have the opener, so I learned how to open a bottle of beer with a knife. That's a pretty good skill, I think.
Yeah, when we drink together, I will not bring a bottle opener anymore.
Don't do it. Maybe next
That's
year
so valid.
I'll do my teeth. I don't know. We'll see how this one turns out.
You know what, Sanya? You can actually be a surf instructor if you want. What do you think? It's a newfound talent.
No, the thing
Yes.
is, for me, the word to have a talent, it's not determined. To me, like people mostly think what it is. So talent could be anything, like even to spread this like positivity, or even like to have this curiosity to things. You just want to learn something new, because we have only one life, and like as I mentioned many things before, I want to try everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and see what I do good. Sports, I want to learn new, I don't know, skills, and just try. Nobody says that you have to really dedicate yourself. Like there's some people that choose, like for instance, like I meet a lot of makeup artists, and they tell me their story, like they're really passionate about it and they love to do it, right? That's something one. And for me, it's just you can do so many things in this life, and eventually we all won't be models till like forever. So there's a problem amongst models that after stopping being model, they don't know what to do with their life, and they could be depressed. So there's always something that has to be in your heart that you can look up to it and carry it and develop it and put it in something else. That's all. So
That's a very
talent could be
powerful
anything.
talent that you have, Senya. Your most powerful
Yeah.
talent is curiosity and adaptive learning.
Probably curiosity and yeah, true. Thanks.
That ability to try new things, and not everyone has that talent. So that makes you powerful. Yeah, I think. Which brings me to our next question about curiosity. I'm sure you're curious about the other parts of the country. Most of the time, we're just here in Manila, working for photographers, for videographers, for the shoots. But in terms of like traveling or exploring the beauty of the Philippines, I myself, I'm curious also because I haven't been around the Philippines. For you guys, what's your favorite local destination and why? Aside from the usual Boracay, where you've had your unfortunate experience in Caticlan, El. Aside from Boracay or the usual Palawan or Siargao. Yeah, any other places that
I think
you've
same
been to?
again. For me, it's like because there's many other islands and which you can get to, but just like by boat, right? But they're still like beautiful and stuff, like remote ones.
Lots of islands.
Nobody
You
talks
must have
about
been
them,
to other
nobody knows them,
places.
but yeah, there's like, for instance, we like to go to Belair. Before, we used to go every weekend to surf. That's the destination from Manila. So you can drive there, and there is a surfing, the whole coast.
Yeah, there's
so
a
you can
surfing
surf
or a
for
Belair.
beginners. So it's like has its own vibe to it. Like every province has that. So we really love that place, and I have some friends there, and I think that's gonna be my number one place that I love.
Yeah,
It's not
I've
that
read-
fancy or anything, but you can go around there. It's beautiful.
and you can go there by land from Manila, which is just a big
Yeah, there's
advantage.
buses. Yeah. Before, not now, obviously, but
Yeah,
before.
not now. That has to wait.
Yeah.
But when you get back there,
But that's definitely beautiful place.
it's worth the wait. For you, El, aside from what? Siargao, Boracay, the usual
Never been to
beaches.
Siargao.
Siargao is beautiful.
Yeah, I love Siargao.
That's what it
Siargao is amazing.
Well, my traveling experience in the Philippines wasn't that big, to be honest, and that's why I need to go back and then have another episode with you guys so I can answer.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, yeah, the usual destinations that I already mentioned, and my agency also gave me the chance to see Balising Island, which I'm super
Yeah, but-
grateful
yeah.
for. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was very beautiful. I wish I could go back there. And I don't know, is that okay to say that BGC is also one of my favorite destinations? Because I used to live in Makati
Yes.
and I couldn't go there. It was literally like a hike for me to go during pandemic from Makati to BGC to see my friends. So that's also one of my favorite destinations so far.
BGC is a melting pot, and you have a lot of hole-in-the-wall restaurants there as well. So it's a
Yeah.
nice place to stay at.
Yeah.
For you, Miranda, any other places
Wow,
that you've
so many.
explored?
Balancing, like you mentioned, it is really good too. But I didn't explore like that much yet, Philippines. There's so many places what really want to know. There is a place here. It's not too far, and I forgot the name. But I know there is super cold. I love cold
Baguio.
place. It's
Baguio,
Baguio.
Tagaytay.
Baguio.
Baguio.
Yeah, that one I've heard.
Yeah, I want to go there soon as possible. I want to explore more Philippines. So, but I love everywhere. Balancing Siargao. I like Siargao. Don't say Siargao, but I like Siargao too. It's amazing. Punta Fuego is good too. Caramoan. Caramoan is good
Caramoan
too.
Islands, yeah. That's where
There's
they shot Survivor.
yeah, but I want to explore, like waterfalls in Cebu. They also say it's amazing.
Yeah.
I love waterfalls there. I mean, I think it's good. I'm sure.
Cebu is beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a spot in Cebu. I can't remember. I can't really remember the name of that place, but it's near the city of Cebu. That waterfall. Area.
I want to go there. They say there's so many waterfalls there, right? So I love waterfalls. So I hope I can go soon.
You're from Brazil, and it's a tropical country. So I was expecting
Yeah.
that you'd like go for colder places, Baguio, Tagaytay. But the common
I don't know.
denominator among you guys is like the beaches still.
You know why in Brazil, like in around, I don't know if it's August or July, it gets super cold there. Super cold. It's the best part of the year for me. But there's no snow in my state. But I mean, it's super
Yeah.
cold, like 10 degrees or 15. It's already cold for us. But here, I never seen it cold here. Like my 2 years living here, always hot. So I need
Yeah.
somewhere a bit cold sometimes. I
Oh,
like
no, yeah,
cold.
two seasons. Yeah,
Yeah,
but if
but-
you're in Baguio, I think you'd really love the weather there. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
places as well. And it's
I want to
relatively
mention
near to-
also Sagada.
Oh yeah,
Because
Sagada.
If you guys decide
much
to go
colder
to
than-
Baguio, you better go to Sagada there. Yeah, it's
It's
13
near?
degrees in there. 15.
No way.
It's
I
that
go there.
direction, but you should go. Yeah, you have to have a jacket there. And there's also beautiful. There's the famous
Ay.
rice terraces that Philippines famous for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Banawe rice.
Thank you for telling me. I want to
And
go
those-
there now.
but now, yeah,
Banao.
How come
it's so interesting how
I-
people like for centuries, people are living there, collecting
Yeah,
rice.
yeah.
That's their whole life. That's something.
And they still have it there, the
incredible.
Banawe rice terraces. How come I get the feeling that you've been to more places in the Philippines than me? You guys should be my tour guide.
I have, I
I've been
think.
to the people. Now that
Well,
you've
you
been
can get a
around,
bus to go there before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you've been around. You've been to what? Different parts of the country because of your work, maybe because of you traveling or spending your vacation there. And I'm sure you've tried the different cuisines, local cuisines, in different parts of the country. So which brings me to the topic of food. So let's just make this quick and very simple. Name your top 3 Pinoy go-to food. Well, Senya is actually a nutritionist, so maybe you can elaborate on it further if you're
Yeah.
having a hard time, easy time
I
finding
made
the
my
right food for you.
notes. I made my
When it comes to food,
About
Senya has
food.
her notes.
No, same.
because
Me too.
because
Top
there is
three.
actually because people think that, like when you say Filipino food, even like Filipinos, they don't know the really majority and different spectrum of food, but there is actually rich foods here in the Philippines. But I would tell that buko is my number one. That I love
What?
it. Buko coconuts. And it's
Okay.
buko.
Yeah, buko. Yeah, the
Buko
buko
drink?
juice.
You
The
do-
one you get from the
Yeah, you know
coconut
what
tree.
that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love the fresh one, and the very
yeah.
first time I tried it was here in the Philippines, and I saw how they open it and you just grab the meat. that was just wonderful. And I like turon in here. That's something also interesting to me. Fried
Turon.
banana wrapped
Yeah.
in a turon. Yes,
Sauce
I
and
love
sugar.
that. And also, I was
And-
impressed when I tried banana hard with coconut meat when it's shredded and like steamed or fried or banana hard. That's something
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, there's nothing tastes like that.
Again, I'm getting the feeling that you know more than me in terms of food.
You guys,
That banana thing, I don't know where it's coming from. But the buko, I know.
so here,
Yeah, the turon, yeah. Maybe you're talking about the banana cue. Banana cue, the one you cut in pieces, the small pieces of banana, and then you fry it, right?
banana hard.
That's
Banana
different.
hard. There's many dishes. You can do a stew, you can do a curry, but there's like a salad with coconut milk.
Yeah.
Also good.
Yeah, it's
And it's
banana
vegan,
art.
actually.
Puso, puso. They call it
And
puso
it's
ng salad.
vegan.
Yeah, banana art.
Yeah.
There you go. That's also
Probably.
tasty.
And I
Coming
just want to
from
also briefly
Kenya-
mention,
Yeah, go ahead.
Vincent, like all those greens that you guys have here in the Philippines, like bok choy, pot chai, malunggay,
Wow, you know
or
the
like
names.
watery spinach, okras. Yeah,
yeah.
it's just everything what
That
I
slimy
love,
thing.
and you can just play with it, combine with like, yeah, it's so good. I
Have
love
you
it.
tried bagong or crab paste? It's perfect with the okra.
I
You know what?
don't eat any kind of meat, so no fish, no meat. So
Oh yeah. So
I like to
coming
create my own.
Well, Senya's talking about all the nutritious stuff, right? But maybe for Miranda, it could be steak.
Yeah,
It
but
could
yeah.
be the isaw. It could
I
be
like
the ear of the
pork.
pig.
Here's the thing.
It could be the street food.
I recently quit animal products, so now I'm exploring more vegan options. So I guess I just need your guys' guidance in this one because the drink that Senia just mentioned, Bukas, I can sign up for this too. That's something that I really like. But then the rest, there's just a lot of meat and fish, and I need to experience more. And you guys help me, please, find some vegan options when I'm back there.
When you have more time, we can ask
vegan
Senya.
options.
You can count
We
on
have a
me.
nutritionist.
Right, great. I think I can count on Miranda too, because as far as I know, you too, right? You don't really.
Well, you know what? I'm starting to eat a bit like seafood, but only seafood. I don't eat that because I like don't eat like pork, not chicken. I don't eat that. I was bigger before, but now I just eat like some sugar. Some food, just stuff like that. It's easy here.
There's a lot of options.
Yeah, before I like food, I mean, it's more cheap for me. Because food, vegan food is so expensive. If I cook, it's more
It's cheaper and it's healthier
for sure.
because it doesn't come with the usual preservatives
Yeah.
and the additives.
But I love the foods here. They put coconut milk. All the
Yeah.
foods here. My God. I'm so in love with foods. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
I
what
love
you
the food
learn
here.
right here.
Yeah.
That you can use coconut in
Yeah.
everything. And it's so good for
Exactly.
you.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's my favorite vegetable in coconut milk. And we have so many coconuts, so it's so easy to get that. The Philippines,
Yeah.
a bunch of islands, so all the seafood is all here.
Yeah.
Rice, you have to keep the fit, so
Yeah.
you don't really eat that stuff. I was
Sometimes they're like, I love this.
but later,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
okay.
But they put some sauce, but I don't know, it's so tasty. So
Which
which tree I don't like with the pork. Uh,
No.
The base color yellow.
yeah,
So it's our version of carbonara.
it's
Oh,
Filipino.
alright.
It's Filipino carbonara, right?
Okay,
Yeah, there you have it. So that should be the first type of meal that you get to try when you go back here, El.
Yes, please.
Take it from Miranda. It's so
It's so
tasty.
good. You can order from Jollibee.
Yeah.
If you wanna,
After all the story,
if you wanna
you could order.
like this unhealthy, order this palabok.
Okay. Thank you.
It's very filling because it's carbohydrate.
Now, this whole talk is making me hungry right now.
You have to sprinkle it with calamansi, right? The citrus. Palabok should be sprinkled with calamansi.
Yeah, I love.
Just to have that
Yeah,
mixture of taste.
I put more. I put a lot of calamari because I love the taste of the lemon in every food. My friends know me. Everything I put lemon. Like, Miranda, how? Like, I just love that. Why? What's wrong? And when I bought that, oh my god! I prefer get the old lemon here at home. You put like that. The taste is amazing. I love.
I bet all of us will take or buy or order palabok right after this webcast.
Maybe.
No food in Moscow.
I'm getting hungry. Oh my god.
If there's a Filipino restaurant, is there a Filipino restaurant in Moscow? I'm sure there should be.
Honestly, let me just check this right after this conversation.
If there's one, I'm sure there's palabok.
maybe
Palabok
there's
and
something.
There's
Or-
for sure there's something maybe. Yeah, but I don't know any specific ones. I'll
Yeah,
just
let us
check.
know if there's one. But it's been a fun ride so far. We've been talking about a lot of things: traveling, your work, food, strengths, obstacles, challenges, all of these things in one very good conversation. Again, we just have to have this quick break. But of course, we're gonna go back. So guys, all the way and stay there. So we're now
Dumb hits don't make no sense.
Sippin', around like Prince. Your car dirty, need a rinse. Dreamy, need a pinch. Pussy smelly, got it stench.
what shocked you? What shocked you?
Ah,
I can ask you now.
Balot.
And we'll see. Yeah, we
Ah.
could have a quick run for that.
Did you hear me?
But, yeah, okay.
Did you
So
hear
we're
me
now
when I
back.
said that balot?
Yeah, of course.
Balut?
Oh,
Balut.
balut. Yeah.
Oh
Balut. You
Yeah.
can take like 3 ballots at a
Balut,
time.
yeah.
Balut is good.
Really.
You should try.
Okay, I
Don't
was
look at
gonna
it.
do it, but
Don't
now
look at it. Okay. Well, we're actually
Don't
back,
try
and
it.
we are also try it. So I was about to say we're actually back, and we're still connected with iCONNEQT here in the Boulder channel. iCONNEQT is supported by collaborative workspaces and Vitality Incorporated. So if you're doing with your brands, your products, your company, please drop us an email here at ontv.com. That's ontvchannel@gmail.com. Or follow our socials, Connect PH and at TC Plus, Boulder channel. Socials are at Connect PH and at TBC Plus, Boulder channel. So we were just talking about balut of all things, right? How many balut can you down one sitting?
No, I just
I could go
mentioned
for
it.
3 at a time.
Oh my god, you guys eat that? You girls, you guys eat that? Have you
To
tried
me, it's
that?
like
Just don't look
I
at
think
it.
Elnara will
Sorry, but
understand me. That's for us. It's a little bit too.
It's a little bit what?
I don't want to say
Comes with a lot of
disgusting, but
protein. Senya would know that.
you know what that
Serious?
is, Elnara.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
You
yeah.
know what that is.
Like when I just got into the Philippines, I was like, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it one day. Like I'm adventurous and I'll give it a try. But now, since I changed my eating habits completely, I don't think I can do this anymore.
not so. Mm.
But I can see you guys are adventurous. You guys are up to the challenge. You guys are curious. So my next question for Senya, for Miranda and Nar is, what Filipino characteristics do you love most? Aside from, being resilient, hospitable perhaps. Or what qualities or traits do you think are we the same? Coming from the perspective of someone who lives in Brazil or Russia. So what characteristics do you love most about the Filipinos? And
You
what
know
are the
what? I it's beautiful for me. I see that Filipinos here is super family, like super with family. They super taking care of each other, right? Super welcoming. They with us, and I think what we have like similar is we are so sensitive, and I am sensitive, and Filipinos are also sensitive. I think this is same for me, and if you compare Brazil and Philippines, yeah, I think we are so sensitive, and I love that affection they have, with family. For me, it's the most beautiful thing. I mean, I see a Filipino.
It's normal here to let your children stay with you even after they have graduated from college.
Yeah,
Because family is everything. They still all stay in one roof or under one roof throughout their lives.
yeah.
Because that's how close-knitted the Filipino families are.
That's
And I'm pretty sure in other European countries, it might be a bit different, right?
yeah,
When you're sent for secondary school or for university schooling, you're on your own.
yeah,
I think Miranda means in Brazil, you guys have the same kind of cultural thing that you're strong with your
yeah,
families as here.
yeah.
Mm.
Can you also say
So
that
that's the common
Filipinos
thing.
are passionate,
Yeah.
just like Brazilians? I feel like this could also be something similar, no?
What, amiga? Sorry.
Passionate?
Passionate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I kind of like felt this vibe. I'm not sure if that's the right one, but I think that this is like something similar to Brazilians because I've also spoke to a lot of them and they were like, I feel like, just like you said before, I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I'm among my own people.
Yeah, I feel like that. Super romantic.
Yeah.
We are sensitive. Yeah, so I don't have a lot to say here. We're almost the same, actually.
Yeah.
Filipinos are the Latinos from Asia for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I was trying to say.
Yeah,
I'm learning something. This is the first time I've heard of that. Filipinos are the
really?
Latinos of
Yeah,
Asia. You also have something to say about
think-
it. Like in terms of our characteristics
I
that you
do, but
love.
for me it's different.
Yeah,
The thing is, European people and you're Caucasian, right? They have a bit different mentality even like from Brazilians and here people from the Philippines, because we kind of tend to be a little bit cautious and we do not build friendships straight away. So it's like that. But people here, they are, as Miranda said, they're sincere, they're open, they're friendly. That's actually what I had to, because that's what you want to be surrounded by. I mean, that kind of vibe from people, because it's easier to work, it's easier to be out and connect with people. Because in Ukraine and Russia, it's kind of different. And what can be in common, I would say, I think it's kindness. Because people here, they're extremely kind. Sometimes they even hurt their own feelings. They wouldn't tell you that what they don't like because they would think about you in the first place. So, and I think in any other country, there's some people they are like that as well. Like they're just kind by their heart. in their heart just as they are. And that could be a common thing. And I don't know. It's just not something that two like many similarities between. But there's more things that are actually here than I could find something in common. Yeah.
Now that you've shared the similarities and differences of our characteristics as Filipinos, you've experienced it. So, beautiful ladies, what advice can you give to the other women of different nationalities who would want to live here in the Philippines and perhaps build a career here, just like you? Your advice is very insightful, I'm sure, because you've gone through that whole experience or process.
I would say maybe not to be afraid to try. Try not to be shy and just be yourself. Whatever you want to do, whether it's modeling or any other thing here, people just don't be afraid, because I'm sure that it's safe here and it's people are just going to help you. And I just feel like you gotta be yourself. It's again very cliche, but it works all the time. This is what you gotta be, and that's pretty much it. Be as much open-minded as you can.
Yeah, because you see something different when you do your research.
And I would
they're
add,
not already here, it's different. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Senya.
and I would add, in addition to what Elnara said, because some people also they have this expectations, which then later on kind of they don't fit. You have this image, so do not create any extra expectation. You have to experience it first, like be persistent, and just as you go, then you kind of gain this like self-esteem, and you just grow. And I would say, yeah, be yourself, as Elnara said, and be persistent. And if you less expect something, you're not gonna be in a bad mood. I mean, you always be fine. I'll deal with it. I'll be okay. I mean, it's just easier that way.
Yeah.
Persistence is key. Consistency as well. And yeah, you guys are great. So just continuously be yourself. I'm sure Miranda has to say something to say about that.
Well, I would like to say that before we go anywhere, you just research first, right? Like try to even going how far, but like I'll say, just be yourself. I think you should be kind and be ready for any answer, any for kind of answer. Because I don't know what you want in your life, but just be ready for no. Just keep focusing. Also careful, especially for us women. We should be super careful here. But I'm sure everyone come here.
Yeah.
They love you.
And Elle, for sharing your time with us.
Thank
All
you.
the best in your projects. But before that, I want to give the floor to you guys. You want to say thank you to your supporters, to your fan base. I'm sure you already have that by now. To the people who have helped you your journey here in the Philippines.
Definitely want to say thank you. I definitely want to say thank you to my agency, Dream Talent, that actually gave me the opportunity to be in the Philippines in the first place, that took care of me, that made my experience go as amazing as it was possible. They really took care of me in the best way they could. So I really miss you guys, and thank you for giving me this chance.
Any thank yous from Senya or from Miranda?
Yeah, of course. Thank you for everyone
I'm just
also
grateful.
stay here.
I could thank to everything.
Yeah, everything. I'm so
go
glad
ahead,
to be
man.
here.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
This is just a happy moment because it finally makes us all realize that it's actually a good opportunity to be here in the Philippines, especially for expatriates like you guys, for people coming from different parts of the world. You guys are from first world countries, and you decided to stay here because you see that there are so many opportunities here. The Filipinos are nice, hospitable, among other things.
Yeah.
And for me, they call it nakakataba ng puso. It's flattering to be a Filipino right now. Coming from all of these things that you're saying to all of us. So thank you. Senya, for joining us. Miranda, El, for your
Thank
very
you too.
uh,
Thank you.
for your very insightful sharing of experiences, not only to me but also to the future expats who will be coming over in the very near future. Of course, I would
Yeah.
also like to thank the organizers, the people who are watching. We're very, very grateful for your support. And there's more to come because, my dear
Yeah,
connectors, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see you
Yeah,
again
hope.
next Thursday. Mm. And
Okay.
where do we see you? Here at iConnect Live at
Thank you.
4 p.m. It's going to happen again next week. So my name is Vincent Benedicto, and along with Senya, El, Miranda, I just want to say that you've just watched another fun and reflective episode of iConnect. So to everyone, enjoy the rest of your afternoon and stay connected. Bye, everyone. Thank you,
Bye.
Senya.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Bye
Thank
fun
you.
bye.
conversation.
Thank you.
A